think that Donald Trump can become a good friend, you think that things could happen well with Donald Trump, you are merely wrong out there. Well, in this entire war scenario, I am here to tell you something else which is unnoticeable, something which you haven't noticed till now, and something which is happening right now. At the one edge we see that Trump and Israel, I mean US and Israel, is one of the most powerful countries of all time, and they are attacking a country who even does not have much of the military sources, not much of the weapons or anything like that. The economy has crashed. Every single big leaders out there have died in this entire war. Even after that, Iran is still surviving, and it has bent down Trump to a movement where he's like, oh my god, what should I do? I should wrap up the war or something like that. Or if I will not wrap up the war, US economy will wreck like anything. And this in this entire movement, nobody came with Donald Trump. I think this is the karma which Trump is getting. Trump has always thought that if he is sitting on the presidential ship of US, he's having the power of the entire world. He once said, either I will get the Nobel Peace, or on the other hand, I will, do all the war and attain all the countries out there. He wanted to annex all the oil asset which is present in the Middle East, and that is what he's been doing with Iran as well. But this particular time, he thought the entire so-called Western allies, so-called NATO defense group, and all of that would help Donald Trump to get on this position. But clearly, there's a big no coming up right here. So we have a news where we saw that Trump is in so much aggression with NATO. Let me tell you that US is one of those countries who give more than enough money to NATO. I mean, that country gives the highest pay to NATO, and NATO was established in 1949, nearby to that time and zone area. I don't remember it clearly. The whole purpose of NATO was that after World War II, Western allies came together. The whole capitalist approach came together, and they were like, if you are, coming up for a war on one country, it is going to be a war for every single body. No matter who is in the danger, who is at the war, we will help everyone. Cut to today is 2026, and it and US, after a very long time, is at a war with Iran, and now he wants NATO organizations to come here and help US, because Iran has taken that one of the most important routes of all time, that is the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has captured it clearly. Iran knew that if I'm going to capture Strait of Hormuz, nothing could beat me. Nothing out there can say that, oh, I'm more powerful or something like that. So he just annexed it like anything. He seized it like anything. That now this is the Strait of Hormuz, this is the ships out there of the Middle East, this is the ship out there of the other world side, and now both of them can pass. And Iran has only given permission to selective countries, and one among them is India as well. But now US wanted NATO to come out there, send their warships, send their tankers. In short, they wanted NATO to put some pressure on Iran so that they could release Strait of Hormuz. But what did NATO say? NATO said, oh my God, how can you come up for any sort of help to us? NATO was like, you didn't ask me before doing this entire war. You didn't come to me and discuss what should we do in this entire matter. You, with the help of Israel, went out there and threw up a war. And now when you are losing in this entire war, now when your country is reckoning like anything, now when the whole world is in a scarcity where no oil, no gases, no petroleum has been left for the entire world survivor, we hear news is like 25 days crude oil is just left for India. We hear news is like 200 crude oil is left for Japan. We hear news is like 150 days are left for China. In amidst all this entire scenario, you are the one who brought it up like this. For what cause did you come up with the war? You said that Iran was developing a nuclear asset and all of that. Is that even a cause that you could throw up, uninterrupted, or should I say, you could throw up a sudden war on some country? Now that you have devastated everything, you're coming up to me for help. NATO said a clear no, and after that, Donald Trump got so furious that he's like, okay, I am going to, decline back the NATO and all of that. And this is leading us to a speculation where we can think that NATO might come to an end. Because if US will withdraw itself from NATO, NATO does not have enough money to sustain it. Then whatever NATO standard for, whatever NATO came up for, whatever NATO united for, nothing is going to, stand there or become as a symbol where strongness and all of these could work, right? So in that scenario, we are listening and we are hearing this rumor that US might decline itself from NATO, and also after that NATO will get very weak, and if NATO will get weak, there is going to be a rise of BRICS. You all have heard about BRICS. BRICS is a joint organization which has been built by Asian countries: Brazil, China, India, Russia, South Africa. All of these countries out there are going against Western countries. Biggest motto of BRICS is to suppress, actually to suppress the supremacy of dollar. Every single Asian country has always thought that why are we, communicating, why are we trading in dollars? Dollars is so much expensive for us. But because Western countries wanted their supremacy, Western countries wanted their, power and all of that. That is why they have kept dollar to a level we cannot even expect. So these BRICS countries came together, and then they were versus the NATO countries. Now these countries have done significant good steps out there. We could see that many of the Asian countries are now trading in their regular currencies and all of that. But now that, because during the war and all of that, NATO was in supremacy and all of that, and specifically in the Russia-Ukraine war, NATO is the only organization which has helped Ukraine like anything. If Ukraine is standing in this entire war, it was because of NATO. And in this particular time, US President Donald Trump expected the same, that NATO would help Trump also. But NATO said clearly a no. And out here, BRICS countries are helping each other. If you see in this entire time, did Russia leave the hand of India? No. Did Russia leave the hand of China? No. Did Brazil not come and help India in every single situation? Did leaving China? I mean, China has also helped its allies like Saudi Africa. Then you would see Iran and all of those countries. Now they are helping. They are helping in a manner, indirectly or directly. They are still helping each other, right? But all of these countries are in a very standard position and nobody really helped them. So now, if by any case NATO gets a sideline, then you could see that BRICS country out there would shine like anything. BRICS country would get at a par where you cannot even expect. And if this happens, Asia will have its own supremacy and power. This war is a reflection of a thing, that greatest power cannot take away all the things from a developing country. Iran was a developing country. Iran had so many dispute. Iran has a lot of internal dispute going on out there. Iran's public was just protesting before this war and everything. US, on the other hand, is an economy which is running very successfully. US whole defense size are very nice. US has good weapons, good power, and all of that. Even after that, Iran made this entire war, converted into a oil gas war, which has been a very brainy step which has been taken by Iran. And then after that, Iran has been blackmailing Donald Trump like anything. In a similar manner, if we are living in India, even, what if someday US President Donald Trump did not like anything about India? What if someday he just thinks that we are also going up with something which will, not benefit them? And at that point of time, what if US President Donald Trump just bombards India like anything? At that point of time, what will you do? So Iran has actually became that whole, a country where you can see that how they have fought with US. See, keeping all the issues of Iran sideline, they have issues of, so many things like hijab and all of that, communal issues and all whatsoever it is. That is another thing. But those issues can be solved within the country. US President Donald Trump does not need to just annex the entire country. And let me tell you, Donald Trump never wanted to, refabricate the Iran. He never wanted to, he was never really interested in the internal issue which is going on in Iran. He always wanted to annex the entire country so that he could have the whole control over the oil, as he did the same thing with Venezuela also. He did the same thing with other countries as well. And right now, they are, so much unequipped to do it. They are, getting delayed and nothing more. Whereas on the other side, if BRICS countries would come together, would have a defense ties together, would work on local currencies together, will have a trade deal together, then in that situation, you will understand this one thing: Asia is rising. Asia has a supreme power. Asia has a market which nobody can beat. If you could see in this entire point of time, European Union has signed so many deals with Asian countries. One is India. We have signed mother of all deals. I mean, India's is going to deal with the 45 million population of the entire European Union. And it's not something you could kid about. European Union and their entire population, all of that, has the most richest entrepreneurs of all time. All of these countries want to invest in the heavy market which India has, because India has population, A. B. India has spending capacity as well. Out here, you could see Skoda, BMW, and so many, cars are here. India is not a country where people cannot spend or something like that. So India could become that country. And if big BRICS rise, then these Western countries who have this whole, aggression into themselves, this whole attitude into themselves that we are the most powerful one or something like that. Now, if not, it was because of NATO and all of that. If NATO breaks out, BRICS is going to rise. BRICS, due to the help of BRICS, all of these countries, including India and many more Asian countries, could come together. And in the coming and next future, every single time when these Western allies would think that we are going to go against Asian countries, they will think twice. And that is the whole power. That is the new future we are going to. That's all for today. If you like such geopolitical update, do let me know in the comment section. And also, if you want any such thing which we are missing out at war or something like that, if you want us to explain it to you or anything like that, please write it down in the comment section. Thank you.